I'm talking today about what is the breath healing release method that influential breathwork is known for. It's our unique methodology with 5 layers of release. Now, why is that important? Because most types of breathwork journeys or breathworks that use conscious connected breathing to have profound release or trauma release aren't focusing on all of these 5 layers. And I'm going to go through exactly what each of them are. So number 1 is the functional or the physical layer. And this layer is all about getting you to really notice that you are breathing in a dysfunctional way, if you are. And I've covered that in a previous episode. But what we're looking at is optimizing the biochemistry and the biomechanics of your body. So looking at what are you doing with your body that's compromising your body's ability to have optimal energy flow through it, how to have optimal energy and oxygen carbon dioxide exchange. Okay, so we're looking at how can we improve the overall vehicle of your body. Number 2, we look at the conscious change that can happen as a result of breathing. So we would be looking at how can we change your mental state? How can we make sure that you are going to be switched on at the moments you most need to focus? How are we going to make sure that those moments in time where you need to be calmer, you need to be a little bit more mindful, that you understand how to use your breath to get yourself to those states? And number 3 is all about the subconscious. And this is where what we do with breath healing release is a little bit different to some other modalities in breathwork. Now, the subconscious element comes from the fact that when we do a very deep breathwork, we're able to take you to an incredibly deep brainwave state called theta. Now, with breathwork, we can often get you a little bit deeper or the same depth as many types of hypnosis or neurolinguistic programming. And when we do that, we're able to bypass the conscious, the critical part of your mind, so that we can feed into your brain some positive reinforcements for how you really want to live and how you want to behave and see the world. Now, your subconscious is never going to allow you to take on any programming that is bad for you. So this can only work in a positive way. And in this way, we're able to use deep breathwork states to get into those deeper brainwave states so that you are able then to really change your limiting beliefs, to change your sense of having freedom and lack of limitation in the way that you live your life. So that's incredibly exciting. And when we add with breath healing release, when we add in some specific programming, some strong embedded commands into the breath work as well, then we're able to really instill these strong, positive reinforcements about everything you're capable of and how you can now think and behave in a positive manner that are incredibly long lasting because that conscious mind hasn't got in the way. And then the 4th layer is an incredible layer of release. It's the somatic layer. Now, with this 4th layer of release, what we're doing is we're using breathwork as an intentional tool as a somatic therapy. Now, what we know from research into how the body stores trauma, as more and more research is done into trauma, we know that we don't just store memories that have happened to us in our brain. It's not just neural. What we're also doing is we're taking that information into the cells throughout our body. This is then every cell has that memory. So we carry tension within our tissue, within our fascia. And as a result of this, it doesn't matter how much talk therapy we do, if we're not really connecting with how the body is storing this knowledge about incidences that have happened to us, we're not fully releasing. And that's why many people, when they come to breath work and particularly breath healing release, many people then can feel as though they have released a memory or a story or processed the difficult emotions connected with that, so that they're then able to fully exhale any form of toxin, whether it's the residue of a thought or whether it is a toxin that's literally been stored in the organs. We're able to release that matter through our exhale. And this leads to quite profound shifts. For the fifth layer of the 5 layers of release with Breath Healing Release Method is all about the energetics. So what we mean by that is that you can have very profound experiences. Sometimes people consider them to be spiritual experiences where you're really connecting with your inner wisdom being that real gut intelligence, that intuitive intelligence, that felt sense that so often we dismiss. And really, if you see your body as a vehicle for connection with a higher power or a higher self, then this is how you then connect with those messages, with that understanding, with that deep intelligence, that wisdom that lies within you. As a result of this, we're able to change your energetic field. We're able to change the vibration that you have within your body itself, but also in your wider magnetic field. And this is where people can just feel as though through doing this work that they have changed their frequency, changed their energy, and are able then to feel so much freer. We have people who've experienced the breath healing release method who have done breath work before, but it never felt so specific. And whilst they might have had an incredible moment, they have never cleared up an issue in quite the way that we do with this methodology. We have people who have been to talk therapy for years to deal with a particular issue, or hypnosis, or guided visualizations, or neurolinguistic programming. But with the breath, they are, through this breath healing release method, they are releasing it in a very, what feels visceral way. And I'm incredibly excited for this work to get out further into the world. We've seen people who have massively improved their self-confidence, people who have changed their relationships with their confidence, changed their relationships with their partners and their family as a result. We've seen people leap so much better as a result. We've seen people develop ways that heal various ailments in their bodies. I'm very cautious about saying that this is something that can make you better. However, the anecdotal experiences that we're seeing across the board with clients for breath healing release, that's exactly what's happening. We've had people recover from feeling that they are impotent to actually being able to be energized, healthy, and connected with themselves first, and then with a partner. We have seen people who have quite significant digestive issues go on and be able to eat, drink, and live in a much more full way. We've had people who've been going through extreme trauma who have then been triggered by past traumas, and they've been able to process those in a really healthy way. So this particular methodology, the 5 layers of release in the breath healing release method, really does conquer and tackle every layer of our body, every layer of even our mind. We're going into those deep brainwave states. We're tackling the subconscious. We're reprogramming in a positive way and releasing from our body all of that toxicity. And we're also programming the body, reprogramming the body to have these brilliant habits that support optimal breathing. The breath is incredibly powerful, and it is the breath that has the ability to heal you on 5 different levels. So if you're interested in finding out much more about the breath healing release methodology and you're interested in training with us, then check out in the comments below about how you can find out about becoming a breath healing release practitioner. If you've enjoyed this video, it's got you curious, then make sure you subscribe right now.